Hey, everybody, and welcome to Vibes. It's your girl Ivy, of course. Make sure you follow Vibes Facebook page at VIBEZ. And we're also on Instagram at BEZ underscore radio. So, welcome back. If you tuned in last week, I had a special guest, Miss Ashley. I still want to thank you, Ashley, for joining me last week for a credible show on basically taking your vision to the next level. And she gave great tips on building a foundation, having that faith and believing in yourself, and having a great support system. So great tips. Once again, you can follow Ashley from the Ashley Agency for if you're trying to take your vision and your business to the next level. Shout out to Ashley. Also, shout out to Ty Britton. I've seen she post beautiful pictures of the young ladies that was able to attend prom. Thank you all for your donations and your participation to make that happen. Once again, shout out to Ty Britton. You rock. Thank you for being selfless and thinking of others before yourself. That's awesome. Once again. So once again, thank you all for your donations. I know it's been raining for like what 19 days straight, and I know it's driving everybody crazy. But at the end of the day, this is something, of course, it's a blessing, kind of. I honestly, it is a blessing, but I'm with y'all. Like, I'm ready for like summer. I'm ready to go to somebody's beach, kick back, relax, spend time with the fam, go to some cookouts, and things of that sort. Because this rain, it's like it's tricky. Like 1 minute, it's like, oh my God, the sun is out, so it'll give you a peek of the sun. The next minute it's like it's raining and then it's cold. I'm trying to determine, like, do I put my winter coat away? Do I bring out the summer? Do I bring out the flip-flops? Do I bring out the sundresses? Like, I mean, what am I doing? But God, thank you for allowing me to be able to see this. But God, please give us a break. Please, please. We need some sun. Like, seriously. What else is going on? I'm busy. Oh, one thing. Shout out to all the graduates of 2016. Shout out to everyone that's graduating from high school, that's graduating from undergrad, that's graduating from grad. Like, shout out to everybody. It's great to see young people. Oh, it doesn't matter your age. Just shout out to everyone, all the graduates of 2016 that's graduating this year. Things are short. I do want to shout out my two little cousins, Davon and Layshawn. The family called them Apple and Pooh. Shout out to Davon. I mean, he made the announcement that he actually has an agent for his basketball. So my little cousin, thank God, is a blessing to see him grow from a little boy to becoming this incredible father and this incredible role model, and not trying to be a part of today's society as how a lot of people view young Black males. And I want to say I am proud of you. Shout out to his twin sister Layshawn. She actually is able to get the opportunity to go to Italy to a basketball camp for 6 weeks. I want to say shout out to you. I'm proud of you. You are a true definition of what a role model and hard. Both of you guys are prime example of hard work and dedication. When you put your mind on something that is achievable and it's your passion, it's your dream, and you mold it and you work hard, it's endless possibilities. And I just want to say I am so proud of both of you guys. I remember when you two was little, and I'm the oldest out of my cousins, but it's like I remember when them two was like babies, and I mean, y'all, they dope. Like, shout out to y'all. I just want to say I'm proud of you guys and keep up the good work. You have my support or whatnot. What else is going on? It's busy. It's a busy. Ivy is just busy. Like, I'm serious. Like, I've just been busy with just so much stuff. I know I keep talking about Vibes Inspiration, getting that on the works. It's like so much to do, and I'm just all over the place. I do want to also touch base on tonight's show. Is who are you to judge? Tonight I want to touch base on a few topics that we deal with daily, but some people are afraid to speak on certain things or try to avoid certain things. But tonight I do definitely want to touch base on those type things and bring some things to light. What else is going on? Oh my gosh, it's just so much I want to talk about. Also, I was on, I'm still on Facebook Live. So if from Facebook Live, I am going to be doing Facebook Live tonight as well. So you guys can communicate with me through your questions. Shout out your businesses, your local businesses, and things of that sort. And I'll give you guys a shout out, especially everything that's going on in the community. Whatever is going on, it's like our community moment. Shout it out, and I'll shout you out. Like post it, and I'll shout you out. Also, once again, make sure you guys follow me on Facebook at VIBEZ, on Instagram at the1BEZ_radio. And I just want to give you guys a heads up throughout the show. The baby, my little son, is in the studio with me. So you guys may see him filter in and out of the studio. So just want to give you a heads up. Sometimes, as you guys know, a mother's work is never done. So all the mothers out there, shout out to you guys. Also the awesome fathers. I know with the males, we kind of don't give you guys enough props as we should. And I want to shout out to all the guys out there, the good guys that's out there, because ladies, all guys aren't bad and all of them are not dogs or whatever you guys consider them to be, but we don't give them enough props. You do have good fathers. You have, good, like they're good role models. So I just want to shout out to all the good guys out there. There are good men that exist, ladies. So I don't want you guys to have that filter in your mind. So shout out to all the good guys. Because nowadays the male is taking on different roles, especially I know a few single dads that's taking care of their children. I have a few Facebook friends. Shout out to all the single dads doing what you guys got to do too. I know we always giving the single moms props too, but we got to start shouting out the men too. We have to start helping and encouraging them too, guys, and not just leave them out. So I know I've been rambling. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our first break. And then when we come back, we're going to get this discussion popping into who are you to judge. So make sure you guys stay right here, sit tight, and we'll be right back to more vibes right after this. Hey guys, and welcome back to Vibes with your girl Ivy. Of course, tonight's show, who are you to judge? Stay locked right here, of course. So guess what? If you're not following our Facebook page, make sure you follow it right now at VIBEZ. And then we're also on Instagram at the1BEZ underscore radio. I forgot. Okay, so I have my little co-host. You want to come say hi? No? Okay, so he's not going to join us right now, but my co-host JB is in the building with me, little JB. He's running things around here. You may see him run back and forth through here. All right, so let's get tonight's show started. Who are you to judge? I'm pretty sure a lot of you is like, wait a minute. You say this all the time when you're talking to, like, people always judging you, like criticizing you. And majority of the time, I feel like people that judge you are big hypocrites, for real, because nobody is perfect. So let's get started. So basically, today's show, at first I had a whole show planned out. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I had another show in mind of what this week show was going to look like. For those radio planning out your shows, you have to plan in advance and map your stuff out. So I had another show in mind, but something transpired last Tuesday night when I left the studio last Tuesday. Something transpired that occurred that kind of made me think of another flow. So I wanted this show to be about not me just venting, because I'm pretty sure what I'm going to display tonight is someone out there that can relate to where I'm coming from. So something transpired that night that just had me be like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do my next show on, because at some point it gets tiring. And I feel like with us too, our biggest judgment and our biggest critic is ourselves, because at the end of the day, we're always, like, for me, my family, it's a lot of things that some people in my family always judge me. So it's a lot of things I kind of distant myself from, because it's like, oh my God, I'm scared what my mother going to say, or I'm scared what my auntie's going to say, or I'm scared how this person's going to portray me, or whatever. So I'm always critiquing myself, and that's not always good. So what I did was I looked up the actual definition of what judgment is, And it is an opinion or decision that is based on carefully thought. The act or process of forming an opinion or making a decision after carefully thought. The act of judging something or someone, the ability to make good decisions about what should be done. Once again, careful thought. Judging something or someone, the ability to make good decisions, what should be done. So I read that definition, and I'm like, talking to my fiance about it, and we're going back and forth about what the definition was. And we both was like, in today's society, or when we're dealing with these different situations, people being judgmental or judging you is definitely not in a positive way. So when you're expressing your opinion to someone, or the definition is to be, oh, you're telling someone or giving them your opinion because you carefully thought about it and you're expressing to them on what they should do. But the way that things are set up in today's world, when someone tell you their opinion, majority of the time is bringing you down. Is honestly, in today's society, judging someone is not a positive thing, it's negative. And it comes from me because I speak from my experience. I speak on is my family. I love you guys to death. I do. Like, for the ones that's watching, I don't want you guys to take it the wrong way. I love you guys to death. But judging someone, it's like, before we judge someone, you need to look in the mirror. Like, we need to take, before you even can open your mouth to anybody that's watching, and you have those that is always judging you and always talking about you behind your back, or even if they're talking to you, it's never encouraging. It's always trying to take your mind. So like, for instance, if you give, like, for instance, you want to start your own business, you express that to friends, family, whoever, and if they're not supporting you or encouraging you, but like trying to take your mind off what you have and set to mind, that's not cool. Or your past, you know what I mean? Like, your past doesn't define you. You know what I mean? So it's like people always holding your past over you and judging you. But I look at it as in judgment. Who are you to judge? Who are you to judge? You know what I mean? Like, who are you to judge me? Yes, no one is perfect. I tell you this, no one is perfect. But it's just like, just reading the definition and just thinking on it, going back, it's like, wow. Like, it's crazy. Well, it's baffling that, that this positive definition has transitioned the way that people has transitioned it to be into a negative thing. It's no longer positive, it's negative, because they're constantly judging how you dress, how you talk, how you walk, how you look, how you do everything. And I'm to the point, I don't know about y'all, but I'm to the point, like, it's time to speak out on it. And then hopefully what I'm going to display today, this can help someone out there to stand up to the hypocrites. Like, stand up and speak your mind and really do you. Because at the end of the day, my motto, live life. Like, live it. No matter, don't let others' opinions dictate you. Don't let other people dictate your happiness or your healing process. You have to live your life. And I only can speak off my experience. So long story short, okay, I am 31 years old. 31 years old. And I wasn't always, for people to all, they see me now and they're like, you have everything together. God is blessing you. Yes, God is blessing me. And I thank God. I thank God for bringing me to where I am now and where he's taking me. But I wasn't always this well put together woman. I was a rebel. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I was a disobedient child. I was disrespectful to my mom at one point. I used to run away from, it's a lot of things. I used to run away from home. I was off the chain, like, especially back in my high school days. Well, middle school to high school days, I was off the chain because I was going through the stage of finding me. And during that time of finding me, I didn't, as a teenager or even in your early adulthood, you don't understand life. Like, to me, partying, hanging out, staying out all night, whatever the case may be. And I lost my father when I was 16. So, oh God, I knew this was going to happen. So, I lost my father at 16. So I didn't have a positive role model to be there for me. So I'm here because it's like, it bothers me a lot that, yes, these are the things I used to do. But when I decided, as I stated on a previous show, when I decided to find God, my life has changed completely. And it bothers me to where we all make mistakes as humans. Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. But it's just the point of, especially family, always judging you. And like I said, it doesn't make it fair on you, because at the end of the day, your biggest critic is yourself. Because no matter how forward you keep pushing and you feel like, oh, you know what, I'm in a better place or whatever, you try to be positive. But family seems to be that thing where it's hard to avoid. They're hard to avoid because they're there. You know what I mean? And I'm to the point where I'm tired of being a critic of myself and beating up on myself like, oh, I can't share this with this person because, oh my gosh, they're going to judge me. Or if I tell them, oh, I'm going to do this, they're going to judge me. Or it's more so like, how are you godly when you used to smoke weed, when you used to drink, when you used to do this, and you used to party all night, or you used to do this? Who are you to judge? Who are you to judge? We are not perfect. None of us. But once again, our past doesn't define us. It's you going through what you're going through to get wherever God has placed you to go. That's our life. It's already written what's going to happen. But my thing is, like, I am not the same person I was 10 years ago, 13 years ago. I'm not the same person I was last year. I'm not the same person I was yesterday. Like, I am constantly growing and processing. But I'm to the point now, I'm happy. I am happy, people. Like, I'm happy. And I feel like when you decide to let others no longer dictate your happiness and your healing process, you are released from the opinions of others. And it's an amazing thing. But I want to talk to that person that was me 11 years ago, 13 years ago, or that person that used to be that person. But now, look where we are now. Look what God is doing in our life now. And oh my gosh, like, I'm all over the place because this it's just like this has to be talked about. And I know, like, within families and friends and things like that, people always see the reward, but a lot of people don't see part of the war that you've been through, that God has taken you to, the obstacles for you to be where you are today. And it's like a lot of people may not understand your journey, because your journey, a lot of people have to walk in your journey. But once again, who are you to judge someone? Just because we sin differently doesn't mean we're better than anyone else. Or just because you may think that person have it together, they don't. Like, honestly, like, yeah, like I said, people always see me smiling. They always see me, helping others. But behind that wall, like, I ain't gonna front. Like, we have some family issues that is bothering me, but it's because a lot of people hold on to deep demons that, honestly, if you don't realize you have a problem, it's not going to change. But I'm here to say, I am no longer allowing others to dictate my healing process and my happiness, because at this point, I'm happy. So at this point, we're going to take a break, guys. And when we come back, we're going to get into some more discussion about who are you to judge right here on Vibes. Sit tight. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Vibes with your girl Ivy. Make sure you guys follow Vibes Facebook at VIBEZ, and we're definitely on Instagram at VBEZ_radio. So when we left off, we were talking about, as you know, for those that are just joining tonight's show, who are you to judge? So we were touch base on the definition of judgment, which from the previous definition is judgment is supposed to be determined as something positive. But the way that the world or people have it set up now, it is it's a negative thing. It's used more to tear people down and disrupt people's character. And once again, our biggest critic that I feel that is us judging ourselves. I have a little somebody in the studio with me. He's all over the place. You want to say hi to the cameras? Look, you want to say hi right here? This camera. Say hi. You my co-host for tonight? No? Okay. You gonna stay? Okay. So Jackson has joined the show with me. And he's gonna stay with me. So as you guys know, once again, a mother's job is never done. Is it? You love mommy? No? You don't love mommy? Somebody gave him $1. But anywho, so let's finish getting back on the topic. So as we were doing our discussion last night, and this came to mind: out of my mind and into my heart, no longer criticizing myself. So out of my mind into my heart, no longer criticizing myself. So when I came up with this, it was more so of God has transitioned me to no longer now think with just my mind, to really think about what people so much see of me. And for me to transition into my heart is, I feel like you just see me crying. I've become more emotional. At first it was like I was a nonchalant person, but now it's like I truly have feelings. Like I feel stuff. I express my feelings now, or whatever the case may be. And now not only do I think, I don't just think with my mind, I think with my heart, as in feeling for myself. When you start loving yourself and no longer criticizing yourself, that's no longer allowing others' opinions or other people dictate you. That's why my biggest motto now, and my fiance can tell you that we express to each other, is to live life. Live it, because tomorrow is not promised. And I hate to be like a big baby on y'all, but I'm serious. Like, tomorrow is never promised. Every day that you wake up, it's a blessing to be here. And honestly, I sit and I just thank God, because I wouldn't have been sitting here. My journey, I feel like, honestly, my journey, I should not be here right now. I should not be here right now. People I used to skip school with, drink with, smoke with back in the day, I lost two of my closest friends over the years. And I feel like, honestly, if I was still doing what I was doing back then, I wouldn't be here. So I know that God has a purpose for my life, and that's why I'm here. And I know my purpose is to make a difference, and that's what I'm here to make a difference. Criticizing yourself, it's the most critical thing you can do, because once again, your mind just triggers for you to badger yourself and beat yourself, and always worried about, what if your mom comes to you, or your family member, whoever comes to you, and they're always telling you stuff or telling you what you should do. And it's like, why are you so negative, like hard on me? But then it's like, sometimes you just get tired of that. So it's like, hey, when things do go on in your life, you don't want to go to them to share things with them or talk with them about certain things, because they're always so quick to judge you. But it's like, wait a minute, who are you to judge? Once again, no one is perfect. We all sin differently, but that doesn't make your sins better than mine, or like whatever the case may be. So who are you to judge someone else when you're not in your walk with God? When you're not you're not like this highly person, like who are you to judge? The only judger that I know is God. Only God can judge me, because he knows my heart. He knows my heart. So just because someone said like, oh, how are you with God, but you used to do this, who are you to judge? God knows my heart, and that's all that matters. He knows my heart. So this next thing I came up with, focus on what's ahead, live in life, don't allow others dictate your healing or happiness. And I dealt with this for so long because me going through my healing process of a lot of things that I experienced, like me losing my dad at 16, that is the most tragic thing that a teenager girl can go through when you was used to having a male role model in your life. And I lost my dad at a time where I was just lost. So me losing my dad at 16, it triggered in my mind. I just wowed out even more because it was like that pain. And I didn't have a close relationship with my mom. I still, honestly, and I'm keeping it real with you guys because I don't want you guys to think like, oh, Ivy has it all together. People, I don't. I'm human. I do not have a close relationship with my mom. Me and my dad was close, but I do not have a close relationship with my mom. And I'm being real. And it's more so of it's not that I don't want a close relationship with my mom, but God hasn't set that in stone for that to take place. And I have to wait on God to lead me to that. But at some point, you cannot allow people, once again, to dictate your healing. Your healing process is the most critical time for you because that's your growing. And when I say growing, your healing process is majority of time, it's the most painful time in your life when you're healing, especially when you've been through some stuff. When you've been through some stuff. And the next thing is when you're going through stuff and you're overcoming these different things that what you used to do or who you used to be, and you're not that person anymore. The enemy will never let you forget your past. The enemy will not, it's like, and I know sometimes God plays a part in too, just to kind of reference you to kind of like, okay, this is where you came from. That's why I'm so adamant and I'm so determined. My past does not define me. I'm not the Shamika that I used to be before. I'm a different person. Like I am more mature now. I'm in this walk with God. I am a mom, and my goal is to be the best mom that I can be to my boys because I love my children with all my heart. And I don't want my children to ever feel like their mother doesn't love them, because it's hard when you're constantly judged by the ones that you feel that should be your support system. It's hard that you can't call your mom or you can't call whoever to share your happiness with, because it's always something or you not this, you did this to me when you were younger. Listen, like I said, I can't change the past. I can't. What has occurred has occurred, but what I can do now is make what's happening right now and the future better. We can't go back and change the things that we did. I'm pretty sure some of us are like, oh my God, if I can go back to my teenage years, I would do this better. Oh yeah, if I can go back to my Crossland days, I would not have skipped class to go to every lunch. I would have been in my class. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's so many different things that you shoulda, coulda, wish you, but it happened. But honestly, if I didn't experience a lot of the things that I experienced, the partying, of course, that gets old. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to decide to, like, you know what, I'm going to go to college to get an education. If I didn't, go through a lot of the things that I went through in a domestic violence situation, me and my current fiance now, which overcame a lot. Like, I'm speaking on this because I don't want you guys to feel like, it's fake. This is real. These are real live situations here. And God, once you turn your life over to God, God will change things. He is real. He's a healer. He's a provider. He's everything. He's the Alpha, the Omega. He's everything. And when you allow him to move in your life, this is what he does. So first thing, guys, don't criticize yourself anymore. Stop it. Whoever is going to judge you, they're going to do it anyway. That's just how it is. If you dress a certain way, you go to hang out, a female, they're going to hate anyway. You go to church and you not acting like a certain way, they're going to judge you anyway. So no matter, they're going to judge you. So stop allowing others to dictate your healing and your happiness. Live your life. Live your life. You only get one. Honestly, you only get one. And if God is keeping you here, every day is your chance to do better. Live your life. And I'm being real, like straight up, like I'm being real. Live your life. It's time to stop allowing others to dictate you. Stop it. Let's stop it. With myself, I'm no allowing my family to dictate my happiness. I'm no longer allowing those lost friends dictate my happiness. I'm no longer allowing my exes to dictate my happiness. You have to stop it. No matter, you have to believe in yourself and encourage yourself and inspire yourself and be an inspiration to others. And I'm not saying just because, for instance, me and my mom, we don't have a good relationship, but guess what? I pray for her every night, every day. I pray for those friends that I lost along the way. I pray for people. That's how you do. You live your life, but you still can pray for them, that God shows himself and reveals himself and changes situations. Yes, baby. What? You want to say hi to everybody? You don't want, you want to talk on the, oh, hold on guys, 1 second. You want to tell them we want to take a break and come right back? Yeah. You going to take a break? Yeah. And we'll be right back. So sit tight, guys. We'll be right back to more vibes right after this. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Vibes, of course, with your girl Ivy. Once again, make sure you guys follow us on Facebook at VIBEZ, as well as on Instagram, BEZ_radio. And as you can hear, my little man is in here. He's actually sitting next to me now. I don't know if you guys can see him or not, but yeah, there he is. You gonna say hi? Look, Jackson. Jackson, look. Boo boo, look right here. You're on camera. Look. Look, you right there. Look at Jackson. You see Jackson? Say hi. You gonna say hey? No. No hey? Okay. So anywho, he's just like whatever, guys. He was supposed to be my co-host for tonight and he left me hanging. Once again, tonight's show was Who Are You to Judge? I know it was more so of me just letting out some things. And like I said, I know I'm not the only one that's dealing with this, with family, friends, things like that. Like this is natural. I know it's natural for us to feel this way, but we can't no longer critique ourselves and go through this. We gotta let it out. And what I tell y'all, my motto now is live a life. Like I said, you only get one. You get one. But every day that you wake up, it's a chance to grow. And that's the thing. Forget about the past. Let the past be the past. And it's time to focus on now and what's ahead. I know the show is winding down. But before I go, I know when I left, I stated about focus on what's ahead, living life, and don't allow others dictate your healing and your happiness. Your healing process is part of your journey, especially when you've been through hell, literally been through hell. You've been through hell and you've overcome so many obstacles and so many things. Your healing process is critical because it's part of your growth. You're developing and growing and becoming the person that God has destined you to be. We all have a purpose. Whether if some of us understand what our purpose is now or you're still in the midst of figuring it out, but we all have a purpose. I have a purpose. You have a purpose. We all have a purpose. But my focus is it would be nice if we can have more people join together, once again, become selfless and focus on helping each other in a positive way. If you're going to judge somebody, the true definition is carefully thought to make a decision on what should happen. So if you're going to give your opinion or encourage somebody, be of supporting, not tearing them down or, bringing their past. Once again, the past does not define us. You lived your past It's done. It's the past for a reason. So before I leave, I want to close the show with this. Don't become a slave to opinions. Don't trade in who God created you to be, just to be who people want you to be. Always be comfortable in your skin. Be comfortable with you. And don't live a life neglecting you to please them. This is real. Live a life straight up. Like this day forward, live life. Let it go. Like if they cannot accept you for you or let your past be the past, then you have to let them go. You can continue to love family. You continue to love people generally, but you can love them in the distance. Love them through prayer. Pray that God changes their lives and open their heart and allow them to change their heart from judging others. Because once again, I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. We're not better. Just because we sin differently, it doesn't make us any different. We're still human. So at the end of the day, love one another. If anybody hasn't told you they love you, Ivy loves you. As you guys can see, I'm emotional. I'm all over the place. Hopefully this message has changed somebody's life or touched somebody. And hopefully it can brought a family together and mended a family. To my family, for those that support me 100% no matter what, I love you guys. Even Mom, I love you. I love you. Once again, I can't change what has happened. But if you're willing, I'm willing to work on our relationship. I love you. Once again, guys, it's been great. Make sure you tune in live right here to Vibes next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Also, stay right here because at 9:30, tune in for Get Loose Radio with Jiggy. I got it right that time. With Jiggy. Once again, get loose with him. Once again, guys, stop criticizing yourself. Love yourself. Once again, it starts with you. So as always, peace and blessings. Good night. See you guys next week. Mwah. Love you. You gonna tell them bye? Bye.